So for this next reading, I'm going to be reading Something from Nothing by Phoebe Gilman. And this time I'm going to be reading using the thinking and questioning strategy. Today, we are going to be reading Something from Nothing by Phoebe Gilman. Looking at this cover, do we see something in the pictures that make us think that we know what the story is about? Just looking at the picture, we see two people. We see an older man and we see a young boy. What do you think the story might be about? Let's find out. When Joseph was a baby, his grandfather made him a wonderful blanket. And we can see now, we know that from the cover, from the story, this old man is Joseph's grandfather. Let's see if we're going to meet Joseph next. To keep him warm and cozy and to chase away bad dreams. But as Joseph grew older, the wonderful blanket grew older too. One day, his mother said to him, "Joseph, look at your blanket. It's frazzled, it's worn, it's unsightly, it's torn. It's time to throw it out." I think we see from this picture, how do we see Joseph in this picture? Yes, he looks very cozy, very comfortable. And how does he look like in this photo? Right here. He doesn't look very happy at all, now does he? All because of this blanket. Do we notice anything else interesting in this, on these two pages? That's right, we see a whole family of mice along the bottom. And we can see here that the mice look like they're gathering all the cloth from Joseph's blanket. Do we know why? Let's find out. "Grandpa can fix it," Joseph said. Joseph's grandfather took the blanket and turned it round and round. He said as his scissors went snip, 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 and his needle flew in and out and in and out. "There's just enough material here to make," and we can see here, whole family is in here, that's outside. Let's see what they're going to make. What do you think they're going to make out of the blanket next? We first had a blanket, but what do you think he's going to make next? Let's find out. A wonderful jacket! Joseph put on the wonderful jacket and went outside to play. But as Joseph grew older, the wonderful jacket grew older too. One day, his mother said to him, "Joseph, look at your jacket. It's shrunken and small. Doesn't fit you at all. It is time to throw it out." And we can see here on this page, how does Joseph look like in this picture? He looks happy, doesn't he? And then we see this picture. How does he look in this picture? He doesn't look very happy, does he? What else is very interesting about these two pages? We see our little, there we go, we see our little family on the bottom of these two pages. And now, from the first two pages, it looked like they were grabbing the fabric, the leftover fabric. And now we see here, looks like they're wearing it. That's interesting. Let's find out what happens next. "Grandpa can fix it," Joseph said. Joseph's grandfather took the jacket and turned it round and round. He said as his scissors went snip, 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 and his needle flew in and out and in and out. There's just enough material here to make... What do you think Joseph's grandfather is going to make next? Look at all the pictures. Maybe we'll find out. A wonderful vest! Joseph wore the wonderful vest to school the very next day. But as Joseph grew older, the wonderful vest grew older too. One day his mother said to him, "Joseph, look at your vest. It's spotted with glue and there's paint on it too. It's time to throw it out." And again, I think we're seeing a pattern. Do we see what kind of pattern that's happening in this story? We see Joseph happy, and then we see Joseph sad. That's right. Let's not forget about our little mice family at the bottom. I wonder what they're going to make next. "Grandpa can fix it," Joseph said. Joseph's grandfather took the vest and turned it round and round. He said as his scissors went snip, 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 and his needle flew in and out and in and out. There's just enough material here to make. Can we see the two pictures? What do you think Joseph's grandfather is going to make next? A wonderful tie! Joseph wore the wonderful tie to his grandparents' house every Friday. But as Joseph grew older, his wonderful tie grew older too. One day his mother said to him, "Joseph, look at your tie. This big stain of soup makes the end of it droop. It is time to throw it out." I wonder, can you tell me what's going on at this bottom pages here? What's happening with the mice family? Do we notice anything different about them? Let's see what happens next. "Grandpa can fix it," Joseph said. Joseph's grandfather took the tie and turned it round and round. He said as the scissors went snip, 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 and his needle flew in and out and in and out. There's just enough material here to make. Can we guess what they're going to make next? A wonderful handkerchief. Do we know what a handkerchief is? Joseph used the wonderful handkerchief to keep his pebble collection safe. But as Joseph grew older, his wonderful handkerchief grew older too. One day his mother said to him, "Joseph, look at your handkerchief. It's been used till it's tattered. It's splotched and it's splattered. It is time to throw it out." And in here, it looks like it's written all in capital letters. What do you think? What kind of tone is the mother in now? If all the letters are in all capital letters like that. "Grandpa can fix it," Joseph said. Joseph's grandfather took the handkerchief and turned it round and round. He said as his scissors went snip, 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 and his needle flew in and out and in and out. There's just enough material here to make. Can we guess what else they're going to make out of Joseph's material? A wonderful button. Joseph wore the wonderful button on his suspenders to hold his pants up. One day his mother said to him, "Joseph, where is your button?" Joseph looked. It was gone. Oh no. Now we can see Joseph looks really happy, but then he looks really shocked and sad. Let's look at our mice family. Do we notice anything different about them now? He searched everywhere, but he could not find it. Joseph ran down to his grandfather's house. "My button, my wonderful button is lost." His mother ran after him. "Joseph, listen to me." I wonder what his mother is going to say. Do we know? Can we guess what we think she's going to say? "The button is gone. Finished. Kaput!" Do we know what kaput means? Can we guess? Even your grandfather can't make something from nothing. Joseph's grandfather shook his head sadly. "I'm afraid that your mother is right," he said. The next day, Joseph went to school. He said as his pen went scritch, scratch, scritch, scratch over the paper. "There's just enough material here to make." Can we guess what Joseph is thinking about? Also, look at our family. Look at all of the things that they have. I wonder why they have so many things. Can we guess? Why does this family have so many things made out of the material? Turns out it makes a wonderful story. And here we are. What do we see here at the very end of the story? We see a group here, and we see a group here. We know that this is Joseph's family, and we can see that this is the mice family. So what do we have here? We have two families. And we can see that the mice family is all wearing, can we guess what they're wearing? What are they wearing? That's right. It is Joseph's material from his blanket and from everything else that they made. Look how happy. The end. That was Something from Nothing by Phoebe Gilman.